Coach Helen for YouFit Studio. Now, 10,300. Oh, I love it. You always tell me when I'm about to start, Kate. I love it because I get distracted and go, oh, okay. All right. Kate, you're behind today. It's not like you. Right. Quick weight loss expectations. Now, I had a lot. This wasn't the planned one originally. I had to swap this around a little bit. Because I've talked about weight loss expectations before, and I've talked about it, and I kind of spoke about it also recently when I talked about different approaches to fad diets, or yo-yo diets, I think is what I called it. So I called it yo-yo diets, and I did get a lot of contact. And a lot of contact wasn't actually from clients, it was from external people who were quite passionate about their belief in the thing they were doing, the diet that they're approaching. I had several people actually. They were very passionate people. They were very happy with how I kind of landed my opinion. This is his opinion. Everything's open to interpretation. I'm quite happy for people to contact me and discuss, and they did discuss, and they did contact. And so I started this one again, just probably to provoke a little bit again, because I fancy doing that. Oops. And also because I just want to reiterate my thoughts on it, because especially at the moment, I think from speaking to these people, there was 3 of them actually interesting, which I was quite expecting that kind of response. I did get it though. So there's 2 people discussing at the moment, and this is probably another reason I think they probably took it professionally. I think because we're going from one situation of being able to exercise and manage some of our choices with food, shall we say, into we've had some time to be able to do some exercise. Now we're back in that situation where some people are struggling to do that, right? So I didn't mean to I think the word is aggravate people. I aggravated some people, and they're very passionate about letting me know that I had aggravated them with my opinion. And it's not that I don't care, I just don't care, because I guess I've worked with enough clients. That sounds so arrogant. I've worked with enough clients, enough people by now to know legitimately between something that works for weight loss from a consistent point of view and something that is a yo-yo approach, right? And the thing is that there are some people I will give a little bit back and say there's some people that are very fanatical about the thing they do, kind of hence why I probably got the messages and a bit of grief, and that's cool. Like, I get it. I get that. I kind of, having gone in a bit of a conversation with them, and I'll probably get some more messages after this, probably sense that they weren't 100% with it, because when I started to really ask some legitimately challenging questions, because why not? If you're going to ask me questions, I will ask them back. It's kind of quite clear that they weren't really sticking to the thing that they believed they did, right? That's just truth, right? That's just the truth. They're not really sticking to the thing that they said they did. So kind of sticking with that, then that's okay. But ultimately, if you're gonna I would say approach me on the old messaging and give me a bit of information, a bit of flack about my opinion in terms of nutrition and what's going to be sustainable and maintainable for a period of time, it's maybe to give some back, essentially, right? So that being said, we go over quick loss expectations, because I think that's what everybody's looking for right now after this period of lockdown, then going out and be able to exercise, now going back in the situation. I think that's what a lot of people are looking for, right? So as I said, expectations over reality, people. Okay, so if someone has this, and I have had this conversation with somebody recently as well, they have an expectation of like £10 weight loss in just over a week. I expect to lose over £10 in over a week, and is that something that's maintainable? No. Is that achievable? It can look like it on the scales, right? Potentially. Really high expectations to follow through on and require, I can reiterate, some really tough decisions around food behaviours, really tough decisions around training and exercise, etc. Let's be honest, I'm going to say it again for those people who are like, no, it was really fat. At the end of the day, people, it is water weight that you're going to be losing off the bat, right? It's a majority of water. it's a little bit of fat, right? I'm gonna be free with that. There's a little bit of fat. If you've created a massive deficit, and let's be honest, if you're, because it was, I think it was the Paleo crew. The Paleo crew were the mostly aggravated by my opinion. They did not like it. Paleo. It's very passionate Paleos. Passionate Paleos. There you go. PPs. Passionate Paleos. Passionate Paleos let me know that they're passionate about the fact that they're Paleo and it works. And so I just had to debate that out with them, right? And probably challenged the last one to go away and eat some cake, find out about the carbs, right? But actually, ultimately, it's majority water that someone loses initially when they go onto paleo diet, because really what they're doing is they're cutting out all the crap. So they're cutting out, oh look, I said, it's right, my niece doesn't watch anymore. They're cutting out all the stuff that they're eating in carbohydrates. And immediately, yeah, probably are going to lose some fat, let's be honest, because if anybody stops eating the food they have been eating, then they're going to successfully lose weight. What they're going to lose with it is water weight, where they've not been eating the carbohydrates and storing it, so the glycogen reduces. So initially, that 1 gram to 3 raw, right? 1 gram to 3 raw. Passionate Paleos, PPs. I feel like I'm digging them out. I'm just going to get worse back on this. Whatever you do, right? Because the juicing, I've talked to clients about juicing recently as well. There's a bit of a juicing going on the last few months actually, or detox, keto, hello. All of it is just to remind yourself of reality, right? The reality of being able to sustain a diet like that for a long period of time is pretty difficult, right? So I'm going to tie it in to one of the other lives I did, which is about truly measuring progress. Okay, because truly measuring progress isn't always about getting on the scales, right? For the reality is that going to measurements is always kind of fact, really, right? If you're gonna go this route, use measurements as a tracker of progress, use photos as a tracker of progress, because that you can, your eyes and your inches you can rely on sometimes. If you're doing something as full on as doing a detox or a juice or anything else, the scales are always going to give you something seriously fluctual, right, because of the water weight. So whilst you may want to buy into that high expectation, or the exceptionally high expectation of losing weight or 10 pounds in a week, right? Who doesn't? God, I don't know what happens if you lose 10 pounds in a week. Like one of those balloons that the air sucked out of them, right? The reality is that achievable? Potentially not, right? It's not achievable in reality, because at the end of the day, at some point you are going to eat carbs, whether you like it or not. Someone will eat carbs, you will change off of your pattern of eating. It will get to the weekend, it will get to a celebration. It's not maintainable or consistent. Fact. Not, if I said it was my opinion at the beginning, I'm saying fact. Message me again, please. Let's continue. I did enjoy it so much previously. I mean, look, I've always been honest on these and said, look, if you have your own opinion of it, by all means, come on in and have a discussion with me about it. I'm quite happy to do that. And as I said, those outliers who come back and forth to something and get success, fair play to you. However, in terms of what we do with our clients, in terms of how our clients approach nutrition, they get to literally have the cake and eat it, and not be so restrictive, and can rely on what they're seeing, what they're feeling, whether that's in terms of clothes, in terms of confidence, in terms of empowerment. Oh, love that word, got alive on that one. Empowerment. Hey, get empowered. So if, see, I did then end this with somebody challenging everything, but if you're someone watching, listening this and thinking, actually I would like to have my cake and eat it and lose weight, then check out if you're on Instagram, sorry you can't see us, but if you're on Facebook, check out the link I've put on there to come and try us out, essentially, because that was my challenge at the end. I said, look, okay, with 2 of them, I said, look, at the end of the day, if genuinely you want to find out what we're about and how we do things and how you can lose weight and eat cake, literally, or as Kate's watching, steak with Stilton and cheese. Still losing weight, Kate. I'm waiting for Kate's thumbs to come and say, yeah, Helen's still losing weight. Still losing weight, eating steak, chips and Stilton. Thank you very much. Yeah. Right, so if you want to find out how you can actually do that and not have to restrict yourself in food, and not have to set yourself such high expectations that you very rarely maintain and end up in frustration, then by all means give us a whirl and actually find out how we do it. Like, can't ever be fairer than that, can I? If you want to challenge how we approach nutrition or challenge how we do things, you gotta try it to be able to say, oh, fair play. And actually, do you know what I say? If you try it and go, actually I was right, or my way was better, I'll be like, okay, cool. Otherwise, come and try us, right? Find out, right? Recap. What do you give me this one? What I'm gonna do is I'll put everything on Do Not Disturb and then just wait tomorrow morning and see if anybody comes back about this one. Right, so I said quick weight loss expectations are mythical, people. They're like the unicorn. You can dress something up to look like one if you have an animal that allows you to do it. Ultimately, though, it is mythical. It is rarely seen, and somebody who knows about somebody else who might have seen it somewhere else before, right? No one's ever experienced it themselves or claimed to have seen one, right? That's a bit like, I think, quick weight loss expectations. When expectation is insanely high, like 10 pounds in a week high, right? That's a legitimate conversation I have with somebody, right? Now, at the end of the day, it's the expectation's there, right? Unless I get some surgery and took off a limb, it's highly seriously unlikely you're going to hit that kind of high expectation. But why do we put it in the place? Because we think it is achievable in some sense, right? It's like the unicorn. We want to believe they exist. Never seen one yet, right? Now, the reality is majority water, right? If you're going for a majority of these diets, they ask you to cut out the thing you enjoy the most, which is carbohydrates, cake, ice cream, chocolate, right? Reduce or cut down or completely eliminate, right? Those unlucky people, right? That's probably why they were so moody with me. Now, at the end of the day, if you're looking to do something like this and you're forever stepping on and off the scales to see the outcome, you're always going to get something that isn't necessarily factual. So point I made is, okay, fair play. If you're someone wants to do this and wants to try it, okay, cool. Ultimately, though, use something that's more reliable, like inch measurement or progress shots, right, to actually see in fact the inch change or photo change, and then you know where you're at. Otherwise, good luck, and please join rather than come actually experience what it's like to work with us. Because legitimately, if I'm saying to someone you can lose weight and eat cake and eat biscuits and have ice cream, all those things are possible to have. You don't have to remove that to lose weight. Why don't you come find out how to do it? Because it's doable. We are the mythical unicorn, I think. That's the thing. I think YouFit is the mythical unicorn, because people always come to us they find us at the very last thing. They've been hunting everywhere. They eventually find us and go, oh my God, I never knew it was this easy. You mean I can eat everything I want and still lose weight? It's not a mystical, it's not like a pill. You just work out how much you can have and etc. So it still works, right? So eat a crunch. Yes, thank you, Nazreen. See, Nazreen's been paying attention. You can eat a crunchy and still lose weight, because we educate our clients about how many crunchies they can get away with before they can't, right? Nazreen, I knew you were paying attention. I'm so proud of you. You still can't have the Kinder toy. That's like, please don't have the Kinder toy. No, the Kinder toy is 99 calories. Still waiting on the toy. So, mindset 1 tomorrow. So join me at 5 o'clock again tomorrow. Until then, see you later.